your men to know where the Voltron force is hiding. They escaped and I want them back. Speak up, old witch.
My magic powers tell me they have landed safely on planet Arus.
I destroyed that miserable planet. I took most of their people as slaves, and the rest now live in the hills, like wild animals.
Yet the castle still stands, sire. The Voltron force may have discovered it, and if they did, they may have rediscovered the secret of Voltron.
Voltron? You told me you destroyed Voltron. Did you lie to me, witch? Does that mighty robot still exist?
In 5 separate units, buried somewhere on planet Arus. The Voltron force is clever. They may know the formula for bringing Voltron back to life.
Then they must be found and destroyed. I want my most powerful robot sent to that planet at once.
And there's the opening video for stage number 2. We get to rescue civilians in this stage, like I mentioned in the first video. Now it said 1 out of 100.
So far, so good.
I'm pretty damn sure there's not 100 civilians to rescue in an entire single-player game. I'm pretty sure that's going to take multiple playthroughs. In fact, there's a trophy for it. Not much info about this game online, but I read somewhere, I want to say it was PS3trophies.com or something like that, that pretty much confirming you have to play through multiple times to get that trophy. If you're even into trophies. You saw there, I caught that plane, but my buddy Devin just snagged it right out of my hands. Rescuing civilians is a really good score bonus. So if you're playing multiplayer like we are, try to be the person that gets the civilians. Some pretty cool music on this stage, not bad. Nothing really memorable, but not bad. You saw Devin was getting low on life there. One melee attack later, he's got a good chunk of life back. That's gotta be the coolest thing in this game, the ability to pounce up and grab a plane out of the air. Before you go across this bridge, look to the right for some civilians. Kinda hard to spot. And if you're playing multiplayer, it really doesn't like you to it doesn't like you to split up here. You saw the camera kinda wigging out there. Now we have turret enemies. Pretty dangerous. They telegraph where they're going to fire before you reach them, so be careful. Make sure to check out the left portion before crossing that bridge further on. There is another star piece over there. You can see the star piece to the left. May as well grab that while you're at it. Another one to the right over there. And we get a weapon power up. This is cool. I like the yellow line's weapon power up more than the black line's. And there my buddy Devin just cost us a life. And as you play the game, you'll come across gates like these. They are barred. Can't progress past them, of course, until you kill all the enemies in the area. The enemies will have those markers above their heads, so you know which ones you have to kill. Like now that we killed that one, that passage will be open. And we're kind of reasoning this to ourselves right about now, as I recall. Yep, sure enough. Not really the kind of game you need a guide for. I mean, if you need a guide for this kind of game, you might want to consider gaming as a hobby. Reconsider gaming as a hobby. Ah, okay. Gotta rescue a bunch of civilians in this area. They're in the trees, they can be hard to see. But we basically have to defend the castle. As you can see, all the enemies spawning to the south of us. We basically have to defend the castle until all the enemies are dead. So be sure to go around this area, find all the civilians that you can, pick up all those star shards, and then just go crazy killing things. Can't separate too far from your partner if you're playing with one. I do like the what is it, the jewel? I think that's what they call the enemies. Wasn't a big follower of Voltron when I was a kid. I do like the enemy designs though, it's really neat. As you can see, some enemies got a hold of or shot the castle up a little bit. It does have a life bar. You should prioritize killing enemies that are nearing the castle, if at all possible. Yeah, like any bad guy that uses a lot of skulls in his enemy designs. We're gonna make these tanks. We're gonna put skulls on them. We're gonna make this gate. It's gonna have skulls with red eyes. Do it. And that's pretty much it. Perfect defense. Very nice. Okay, well, there we go. Level 2 is done. And I think we get a trophy even. There it is, yeah, Lionheart. And you get that if you can go through a whole level without dying. Anyways, we'll do level 3 next, so join me then. Okay, later.